how that habit or whatever is set in my mind, how it gets reflected or repeated, and I am comfortable in that. That's the point to communicate. I am not here to point out anybody, okay? Please don't misunderstand me. As we have been discussing that puraka, then comes rechaka, puraka and kumbhaka. Exhalation, inhalation and retention. So put together was called pranayama. As Omkara has got 3 matras, 2.5 matra, 3 matra, so also this has got 3 matra. And also in advanced student, for advanced student or those who have understood also Omkara, Omkara is not mere 3 matra, we say Chaturtha matra is there, that is called silence. So that is Turiya avastha ityartha. So how it is understood also, same thing, here also we do what? After, remember, that exhalation, again also we do little kumbhaka. So that is called as Vahya kumbhaka for advanced student. So one is antar kumbhaka, internal, other one is external retention, Vahya kumbhaka. In fact, if you have any panic attack, if you have fear, you don't have confidence, if you can practice this Vahya kumbhaka, you will see within a month there has to be a change in you. Just a month. However, let me not get into. So here he says, look, there are 3 types of pranayama practitioner. One is, adhama, madhyama and uttama. A common one who is below, expectation. Or you can use the word beginner, that's a better word. So that I encourage you people. So one is a beginner, other one is so-so, and the third one is really progressive fellow. You can use the word, okay? Instead of yogi, progressive fellow. And who is the first one? How to know? So he, as he had said, that prathama guna, ditya guna and triguna iti. So dvadasi, shodasi and dasa. So 12 times, 16 times and 10 times. Whereas when we look at here, what happened? That prathama, the common one is, or you can say beginner is, just those who follow that 12, 16 and 10. Whereas mediator becomes, or the middle one becomes 2 times. That means 24, 32, again repeating, okay? And 10 into 2, 20. Whereas the third one becomes 3 times, that means what? 12 into 3, 36. 16 into 3, come on, 48, okay? And finally 10 into 3, 30. However, to understand that also we checked very carefully, okay, maybe I do not know how to make out physically whether it is right direction or not. Simple. The medium, so the beginner will have, the sweat, especially sweat on forehead. We take that, not sweat on the body. Because sweat on body can happen for various reasons. Temperature, this, that, all these things. So we focus on sweat on forehead. So the sweat has to be there. That is the first category. Middle is kampanam has to be there. So the body will start, trembling. So there will be vibration. In fact, that leads to anandam, happiness. In fact, that is what we call that prana is getting elevated. And the third one is that uttisthati. The person starts uplifting one's own prana. You can say the person, body becomes lighter. So you never feel that your body exists. This is the reality. Generally what happens when you get up especially? In fact, I can say this much very carefully. Whenever you are tamasic, your body becomes heavy. Whenever you are rajasic, so. And of course, when you are sattvic, body is lighter. And time should come that you should not feel that there is body. So that is something really nice. I observe myself. In fact, I had observed also Pujya Swamiji those days. Very nice incident I can share with you all. Towards end of his life, he was having pain, lot of pains. But when he comes to the class, even if he was not supposed to talk for longer, takes his own time, perfect, he was okay. Because that particular moment he forgets that he is having body, you understand? The pain, nothing. Everything will be perfect. The moment talk is over, there itself, okay, take me. So he will show his hand, okay, take me. Now a lot of pain. So this is called, you can see for yourself. So this guna, how literally make you to deal with your body. That's why when you are more body oriented, more you will be gross. That's why you have to grow out of your body. Imagine. Suppose for example now, I will be busy in taking care of my body, okay? All these things. What will happen? Gross. And not that I should not take care, so that I should stink, okay? That is also equally bad, okay? So that should be balanced, okay? However, here it says, if this is the case, now how to do it? Please read. Baddha Padmasano Yogi Namaskritya Gurum Sivam Bhrumadhe Drushtire Kaki Pranayamam Samabhyaset. So the yogi should be in Baddha Padmasana. So Baddha Padmasana, you know better. The concept is that your spine has to be straight. You cannot afford to bend. In Padmasana also you can bend it. So in Padmasana impossible, because both the hands will go other way around. Now your both the all the fingers will catch hold of the toes, big toe, in opposite way. Okay? So you need to have that sort of flexibility. So then you can say, Swamiji, let us stop the class, okay? Teach something alternative. Because you guys are very good in asking for alternative, okay? It's like, after 7 days of Ramayana, the person who was listening to Ramayana every day regularly, then ask, look, I have a doubt. So what is the doubt? The person, what? Sincerely was watching 7 days listening to Ramayana. Will you please tell me? Because all the time you are saying Rama, Ravana and Asura. Asura means demon, okay? Now will you please tell me, I am confused. Whether Rama is Asura or Ravana is Asura. Rama is devil or Ravana is devil. What would be the answer? So if the person answers, no, Ravana is devil, not Rama. In fact, Rama is God. That means, again, you are in trouble. So the person answered very nicely, hey, look, neither Rama was a devil, not Ravana. Then, because I am the devil to talk to you, devil. Chapter is closed, okay? So also here, so you can say, Swamiji, give us some, simple alternative. Hey, there is nothing called simple alternative. If you can follow. If you cannot follow, don't follow, okay? Don't try to change the way you want. However, so here says the concept that the person has to be in Baddha Padmasana to make sure that the back, the spine is straight. So when the spine is straight, then what is to be done? That's why the asana should be as comfortable. Also, it should be as long as possible. That's why minimum thing we expect from everybody, that asana siddhi. In fact, a person should not come to Vedanta unless there is asana siddhi. Not allowed. This is the truth. But nowadays, don't worry, okay? Asana siddhi means one is supposed to sit one particular posture, any posture, for 45 minutes minimum without any movement, without any shake. If I sit like this, I should be able to sit. No movement, nothing. Because if after some time, oh, body is paining, then what happens? Mind disturbs. Then how can I listen to any talk? First of all, mind does not want to listen to, because whenever the ego is being challenged, now mind goes other way around. Now mind gets another excuse, my body is paining, what can I do? That immediate rescue for the mind. However, let me not get into that either. So that's why a person comfortably sits. This is called compromised version. Making sure that back is straight. Of course, not taking the support of the wall, okay? Nowadays things are available. Meditation seat, okay? Meditation cushion. What are the things available? Meditation. And chair yoga, chair meditation. Okay? It is like when you are hungry, so really hungry, and you don't have allergy, will you look, I want gluten-free food. So are you hungry or you are just making a fuss? Yes, if you have your own problem, it's different. Suppose body is allergic, that is another issue. No, I is a trend going on, I should have gluten-free. Swamiji, last 1 year I have been taking gluten-free food. Now look, I am slim, I am better looking. Okay, thank you. Just example, say this is just I took the help of gluten, vegan, like this. Oh, many things are there, okay? You can take any other example. But here he says, being seated in this thing, what is to be done? First is namaskritya. So having done namaskara, to whom? Gurum. First namaskara goes to Guru. Then he says, Shivam cha, Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva is called as Adi Guru. There are two versions when we chant here. Sadashiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Suppose a person is not comfortable with Lord Shiva, there are some people are fanatic, they don't like, fine. Narayanam Padmabhumam Vasishtam Saktim Cha Tatputra Parasharam. We have another version, okay? So there Narayana is being also invoked, because after all, Sasiva, that who is Shiva, Saindra, that is also Vishnu, Brahma, and Akshara, Paramaswarat iti. So let us not get into, because if you have got this sort of division, Brahma is different, Vishnu is different, then Ishvara, Shiva is different, and they have got fight each other. Your God is bigger, my God is small, or my God is bigger, your God is small. That means you are not interested in yourself. You are interested in, like a dog. My owner is better than, your owner. Thank God, dog don't fight, okay? However, see here doing namaskaram to Guru and the Adi Guru means in the process you do namaskaram to the teaching tradition. This is what it means. So when you are grateful to the teaching tradition, you will never go astray. You will never go out of the tradition. As you know better, whoever has gone out of the teaching tradition because of rebellious attitude, either that person has perished or has destroyed the culture. Either the person has, has been destroyed or has destroyed the culture. That's why this new religion, new movement, how did it take place? Look at. So somewhere they were not tuned to the teacher and teaching tradition. Including our friend, okay? Because we have two friends, okay? We have many friends, but two friends regularly I bring, okay? So Indian politically, one friend, religiously another friend, okay? I hope, so nowadays we don't have to bring their name, okay? So simply you can say, then you can understand, okay? Because you are qualified, so hint will be enough. So coming back. So somewhere that rebellious attitude. And because of that rebellious attitude, what is the rebellious attitude? You just look at why you are rebellious. Or when you become rebellious. When you are not being accepted. And you do not understand why you are not accepted. You never analyze why you are not accepted. But you want to be accepted at any cost. So instead of improving yourself, you want everybody must accommodate you. And in order to be accommodated, you create whatever you want in your life. That is the background of being rebellious. That's why present generation only rebellious attitude. In our time it was not like that, not allowed. But nowadays it's very common. In fact, this is very natural. If you are obedient, they will say, hey, in our childhood we used to write application, okay? I'm sorry to say, because we did not have much English. So we'll write, you are obedient, last, okay? Then later on we understood, hey, you are not supposed to write obedient. Because obedient word is only meant for dogs, not for human beings. Yours truly. Then we changed. Yours faithfully. But coming back to the point here. So namaskritya gurum shubh and shivam. Then because of this reason, bhru madhye drushti ekakya. So keeping the eyes, focusing on this whole thing, looking at through the Agya Chakra. So that means creating a distance between one's own self and object of experience, whether it is physically or digitally. So what is digitally? Object of experience? Memory tirtha. Okay? So the digital version of object of experience is what? Your memory or not? So, keeping a distance, creating a distance. And that will happen when I gaze at what? This bhru madhye drushti. Anytime. Or else what will happen is, he gives another logic, very beautiful logic. I was really spending this time point out. Ekaki sabda. So ekaki means being alone. What happens in our life? Generally, when I don't have sense of objectivity, if I don't develop this objectivity in my life, because of subjectivity, the worries and anxieties take over. So when there is anxiety in me, so there will be a pressure in me to talk to someone. That my anxiety to be addressed. Please understand, this is a very serious phenomenon. Because of lack of objectivity. Now, whatever projected fear related to object of experience surfaces, that creates some type of anxiety in me. And once that anxiety is set in me, now that becomes worry. Now I want that solution. So in order to have the solution, I need to address that anxieties. And to address that anxieties, I need a person with whom to share. I cannot keep quiet. So I have to talk. That's why sometimes, people they say, I want to talk to you. My beautiful story long back, once it happened, I cannot forget this because serious matter, I want to make it lighter so that again you can get back, okay? That's the teaching part. Or else it will be too serious. I remember long back, so I was in somebody's house, I cannot forget. Till death it will be there. So the person was talking to me. To be very honest, morning hours. I was not interested to listen to. And finally what I did, I took the newspaper and started reading. The person got so wild. I am talking to you, okay? You are reading newspaper, what is this? The person pulled the newspaper, okay? I want to talk to you, so listen to me. That is truth. Because the person has got anxiety. So when the person has got anxiety, need to be addressed. Whether solution or not, don't ask. In fact, there is no solution. The person needs attention. And that attention itself is the solution. And if that attention is not given, this is the another point this is what I want to highlight. What will happen? The person will go through depression. And if you can accommodate your depression, if you can accept your depression, no problem. If you cannot accept your depression, there will be two types of problem. One is either you can be rebellious or you can fight with your system. This is what happens. If you accept your depression, no problem. You destroy, slowly things goes other way around. By God's grace, or change of place, change of situation may bring some change. That is very rare. Or what you do? You become rebellious, then you start fighting with your system. All sort of complicated disease take place. That's why I say complicated disease take place because of lack of acceptance. Especially acceptance of very nearer people, dearer people. If you observe yourself, as I have been highlighting this point, each one of life, 1, 2, 3, 4 people will be there to whom you care. Not many. They matter in your life, even though you are being surrounded by thousands, millions. But these 3, 4, if they don't accept, even if whole world accepts, you are the successful person in the eyes of the whole world, entire crowd, but you will not be able to accept yourself either. And this rejection of these people, or especially all the people, if one rejects, you can go to other, then you can develop another backup. Imagine 3, 4 you depend upon, you care, and these 3, 4 they reject you. What choice do you have? You become rebellious. So when you become rebellious, either you fight openly, and if your prarabdha is good, you can create a momentum, you can create a same network, then your nothing will happen. Then you will create destruction for others. Or else you create damage to your body. That's why we say very carefully how to look at the situation. A lot of things to be done here. That's why to solve this, Gurum Shivam Namaskrutyam. So once we start doing Namaskaram, there itself we align, we avoid with the teaching tradition, not my logic, my practice, my convenient. Because every time I look at my practice, my knowledge, my convenient. That's why we say, Dvesa Mulam Idam Jagat Iti. dveshtimulam, deswamulam, both way you can take it. How? Once we have very bad word, okay? Putre prapte. Once the child is being received, then what happens? Patim dveshtim. The wife says, what is this husband? Okay? And of course, dakshina prapte. Once dakshina is being received, he has a manam dveshti. He has a man, what is the value? The one who does ritual, okay? Same thing also, we can take a list. Then we say, once jnanam is received, so where the dveshti goes? Gurum dveshti iti. And we say, whole universe is full of this. Don't worry. And once that happens, again this complication takes place. So he highlights very carefully, going along with Gurum and Shivam, then which helps you to do or to live ekaki. This ekaki point I am highlighting. So being alone. So discovering comfort. So where you are able to negotiate others' rejection and able to resolve later on. Can you see this point? Negotiating and resolving. And if you are not able to resolve, that's why pranayamam samabhyaset. So once you start doing pranayama, definitely you will be elevated. Once you are elevated, it becomes easier to resolve because you will be able to accommodate your rejected people. Can you see this point? In fact, you will be in a higher place. Earlier, you were looking for acceptance. Now you will say, oh, poor, they had their own problem. In fact, I am better. It is exactly like, you ask somebody money, for example, 1,000 euro, the person did not give you, you have got anger, a lot of things. But luckily, you work on, you have million. Now you go to that person and you discover that person is in need of 10,000 euro. Some issues are there. What you will do? Oh God, he is having so much problem. Okay, let me give it. So when you give this 10,000, what happens? You don't need his 1,000 acceptance. Can you see this point? Once upon a time, that 1,000 has killed you. This is just one example of money, love, affection, anything you can do it. Just. So means you elevate yourself. So once you elevate, you give love, you accept. And then only you resolve in such a way that you can be alone. So me to be alone, I don't need anything. That's why when I close my eyes, I must not feel where am I. That's why by default it happens. The moment you close the eyes, what happens? First, the location is forgotten. This is the basic thing happens naturally. So that you have plenty of time to dissociate yourself so that you resolve, address and resolve. That is how the pranayama should begin. How and why? We will see. Om